Mark Rogers, TV talking Ohio State football. We bring in Claire Crawford from the Ozone. Claire, how you doing tonight?
Amazing, thank you.
Ohio State going to, of course, the field in 8 days with JT Barrett at quarterback, but we can only go back 3 years to see what the backup quarterback situation can mean for any particular football team, and certainly in Columbus. So Joe Burrow unfortunately broke his hand, and Burrow, for people that don't know, holds the all-time touchdown record in the state of Ohio and was Mr. Ohio high school football, and has played extremely well to put him in a position to be just one play away from getting meaningful playing time for Ohio State, but he's going to have to wait.
Unfortunately, it looks like it's indefinitely as well. So I'm just a little, obviously I'm disappointed for Joe. I think Buckeye fans, we talked about this before, that there are some Buckeye fans that were even for Joe Burrow before JT Barrett even took a snap in 2017. So I'm sure that contingency of the fan base is really upset that Joe Burrow has broken his hand. But in the cliche goes, it's next man up. And as disappointing as it is for Joe, and not meaning to sound cold or callous, the good news is that with Ryan Day and Kevin Wilson now at the helm, we forget sometimes that they're not just coaching JT. They've got 4 guys that they're going to be coaching, and they will have whoever ends up having to step up playing time, they'll have them ready.
And hopefully whoever that is, and we know right now it's Dwayne Haskins in place as the backup quarterback. It would have been Burrow, that they do get some playing time to gear up for the meat of the season, even though that week 2 game is supposed to be a very difficult one against Oklahoma. Wink, wink. We didn't necessarily see that last year, but should be in the rematch, that number 2 quarterback gets some playing time, because we're looking at Burrow having a little bit of experience, being able to get into some games in garbage time and show some pretty serious skills last season. But with Haskins as a redshirt freshman and then Tate Martell as a true freshman, hey, we've never seen these guys against another team with a different jersey on. So it will be interesting, and hopefully we'll get to see Dwayne Haskins on the field and the skill set that he brings.
And Ryan Day has had early praise of Dwayne Haskins. My favorite quote from Ryan Day was, he's very talented at throwing the ball. And I feel like that's you leaving your Uber driver saying you're very talented at driving the car. We need you to be more specific, Ryan Day. I feel like you can give us more information about Dwayne and how he's doing and how he's coming along. We are hearing terms like he's very accurate. JT has made comparisons from Cardale to Haskins, Cardale Jones to Haskins, and his mentality and his style of play. We're also hearing the term gunslinger a lot. He tends to make, we're tentatively saying risky decisions. He's kind of a riverboat gambler type of quarterback. And if accuracy wasn't one of his talents, then that might be extremely scary to see him unleashed out there in a situation where we haven't seen him against another team. But I think in general, the hope is that he will still obviously be a very talented athlete on the field, and this is that he wouldn't have to be on the field very much.
Claire, you're going to make Buckeye fans very nervous when you throw around the term gunslinger, because unless you're Brett Favre, he's about the only one that's gotten away with the term gunslinger and it being a good connotation. With everybody else, you instantly think, ugh, risk taker equals interceptions, bad decisions, loose with the football. And especially when you have a really good team, you don't want that. If you're running around there with a Rutgers helmet on and it's like, okay, we got this kid with this great arm that's a gunslinger. Hey, why not throw him out there and see if he can throw caution to the wind and do something good for us? But when you're Ohio State and you get a better player on every position on the field than just about every opponent, then, hey, let's not necessarily take too many chances.
And I agree. That's really my only kind of worry point is that he does seem to be kind of a risk taker. You know, I'm using hyperbole here, but it's the verbiage that's coming from some of these coaches. It seems like the term right now is a term of endearment, but it is nerve-wracking. And again, we are just now seeing some of these receivers mesh with JT Barrett, and he's been there for a while now. So we're hoping that as much as we're hearing that Haskins is spending time in the classroom, both academically and in the film room, he's really putting the work in. So from that standpoint, he's learning the offense, becoming a student of the game. That is all positive. That is something that we're looking for. But those terms that you're hearing, I agree. It's not exactly settling.